Yes, sir. Check it out, guys. I finally found a repurpose for my Kawasaki ATV rider. This actually was from an old Savage Nitro version. Long time ago they came out with this with the rider. I used this on my Savage Flux as well on the monster truck, but then I kept it, and now I've been able to mount it successfully onto my Traxxas TRX4 with the tracks. Now, I know some of you are going to love it, some of you are going to hate it. I built it because I truly love it, and I just love imagination in the hobby of radio control. Also, I wanted to see what these tracks were going to look like on the ATV, because that's what I really think of when I look at tracks like this, other than going out into the snow. ATVs are where it's at with these tracks, of course. So I did remove the front and back bumper, as you can see. I did leave this front part a little longer because I'd like to mount up a winch right here. I think that would be ideal. I also put a sound kit in this, even though I don't think the sound matches it. I'm still on the hunt for the right sound, but I didn't want it just to be silent. Again, mixed reviews by viewers on that, but you know, coming right back around to I love RC in every way possible. So let's get it out and see what it's about. All right, all lined up here at the gate. Check it out. It was way too short. I never even thought that I would have an ATV of this size going through the gate. But regardless, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's start her up. Yes, the sun comes out. Let's do this. Let's drop in. Oh my gosh, this is going to be totally different. Going into crawl mode, into low speed. Trying to line up for the seesaw. I think I've almost got it there. Teeter-totter, just perched, ready to rock and roll. The weight of this vehicle will bring it down. The secret here is to just balance that weight, get it out. Nice and even. There's a chain on the other side as a counterweight. And then into, of course, the side hill area. That's incredibly challenging. First time with tracks. One-handed driving. Yeah, dismounted, got it. Sweet deal. You can see this is on a heck of an angle. Nothing between him and the ground. Just creeping my way down. What a great center of gravity. Now here I have two choices. This is normally for the wider axles, and it's got quite a bit of debris on the track itself. And the other one was, of course, for the skinnier axles, but it was still a suspension test. I'm going to go with the outside one for today. Let's see if I can line up properly. Those tracks, look at this. The suspension working well. Tracks lining up. Just being very light on the throttle right now. Learning how these work. Okay, gonna have to repo. Too much talking, not enough driving. My first time on course with these. I can't believe they're working so well. They're much slower, but they're very capable so far. I wonder how these are going to hold up long term here. I'm caught up on the back here. Yeah, it's slipping a little bit. Just readjust my approach angle. Beautiful. Oh, I went off the wrong side. I'm actually off course right now. Can I back up? Does it have traction? It did. Can I course correct? I can. Yes. Nice and controlled, great drag brake. This is a terrible climb for vehicles with tires. I expect it to be a terrible climb with tracks. Just taking my time, watching my track placement. Need a little bit of speed here. Backing it up. Slippery rock. These aren't going to be rock crawlers. They're going to have to be touching dirt or something. Come on, get the hook up. There it is, guys. I know I put the camera down, but take my word for it, I did not touch the vehicle. I just needed 2 hands on the radio. It certainly was able to maneuver it once I was able to give it some traction. A lot of people were saying they're really disappointed they see bushings in here. And I gotta tell you, as somebody that's owned tracks before, bushings are actually a pretty good idea in my opinion, because then you don't have to worry about seizing all these bearings all the time. You can just go ahead and lubricate with a nice penetrant or something like that to get in there and keep all these rollers or guide wheels moving. So I think bushings there was a good idea. They do have a bearing on the main drive though. Thankfully the tracks have a bit of weight to them and they actually weigh down the vehicle quite a bit, giving it a lower center of gravity, which is quite nice. There we go, beautiful shot. Now over here is very difficult even for wheels or for tires. Normally it slips here quite a bit, so I'm interested to see how these do. Do I have any more traction? Okay, this is interesting though. How's my approach going to be? Because normally I've got some tire flex. Just hoping for some hookup. Yes! Come on! Hook up, darn you. Yes, a nice little tire hop always helps, but a track hop will help too. Alright, so here in this part of my backyard scale course, I have a lot of, water traps and kind of a tank trap kind of set up here. So a little bit of whoops up and down into a water area underneath the bridge, up some stones where I normally have a fountain going, which I will have soon enough, into the pool and into the final water stretch right here. Everything, as I mentioned, is stock on that truck. I haven't changed the pinion or the spur gear at all, so I'm not taking it into any thick mud. And of course, because I know if I'm taking my trail truck into water at the end of this, I'm going to have to wash out all those tracks, definitely dry it off and lubricate it properly. I need to put a snorkel on it. Here comes the rock crawling. This is going to be awfully tough with no tires. Watching limitations. Wheel speed. Let's try it again. Different angle. Come on. No, no way. About taking the right line. Pretty severe drop. right down. It's gonna be splash. Oh, I'm caught on the back track. Oh, basically at a 90-degree. A bit of slippage. They said that's normal though in the instructions. I've come off the front. I have. So I bounded up a little bit there. It did come off that front roller. Just doing a little bit of work here. Sorry, it's awfully bright. Now, it was stuck up against the wall. Normally a tire would flex and allow it to push up, but the track did not. So there we go. Let's try it again. Good. It's just like full size, right? You're still gonna have tracks be thrown on a full size. The pond liner is floating. I know, I'm not a huge fan of that sound for the engine either, but you can hear the whine, hey? Kinda, at least it adds to it a little bit. Well, there we go, guys. A good solid look at these tracks. What a crazy noisy sound kit. And my motor seems to be a little noisy. So I'm gonna get in there, check it out, re-lube everything, and be ready for the next time I go out on the trail. I'd love to test this out in the woods. What do you guys think? Would you like to have an ATV version of the Traxxas TRX4? Did I just inspire a few people to go to eBay and hunt this rare body down? Leave a comment in the comment section below. What do you think of the Trax? Is it for you? Is it just a gimmick? Are you onto tires, or do you want both of them, or what? I think these are pretty killer as an option. I'm glad I have them. And of course, guys, smash that like button. It helps the channel, of course. And we'll see you in the next episode of RC Adventures. Now get outside and have fun with the hobby of RC. You know I always do. Bye-bye.